It's Thursday, and we all know what that means.
Cosby?
No. Cosby?
That's some time ago.
That's like 1989.
Sorry about that.
Cosby?
Yes, Bill Cosby, usually.
It's birthdays.
Oh, of course.
Let's get started.
Yes, we should.
A week ago today, Molly Snyder had her 43rd birthday. Since her husband was late with this, he'd like Buzz to give Molly one of his sexy greetings.
Molly, I would
Right
never,
off the bat.
I would never forget your birthday, baby.
Thank you, Buzz.
Happy
Olivia Mina. Mina.
We are the Knights.
Olivia Mina.
We are the Knights that say Mina.
Oh, that's a middle name.
Yes.
Olivia Mina. I don't think if you have a name that's spelled like this,
Yeah.
You should be allowed to have
you should be allowed to have a birthday.
You're going to revoke her birthday rights?
Olivia Mina Veramachik.
Yes.
No, it's not as bad as I thought. Olivia Mina Veramachik was born last Friday and became a listener on her way home from the hospital. Her dad would like grown-up Charlie to tell her mother the secret to being a good parent. Is he here?
Oh, Charlie, come on in,
Let's
buddy.
find out.
Charlie.
Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Olivia Mina.
Hey, Charlie.
Hi.
How
I
you
don't
doing?
have much time. I'm busy.
Why? Oh, you're busy?
Gutter cleaning day.
Oh, I forgot. Did Mr. O'Mara leave the ladder out?
Rob, I don't have much time.
Okay. You're like, this is like Charlie on 24.
Olivia Mina, be a good parent. No, the secret to be good. I don't know. I gotta go.
Bye, Charlie.
Bye-bye. Baltimore's Claude Call had
His
a
voice
birthday.
sounded weird at the end there.
Baltimore's Claude Call
Yes.
had a birthday on Tuesday. Claude just ordered his Jack Cassidy T-shirt, which you all should do.
Yes, please do.
But the person he really loves is Bob Barker. Wonderful! What do we have for Claudie? It's a Jack Cassidy T-shirt with the prices ready.
Do you like the T-shirt, Bob?
What?
Do you like the T-shirt,
Do
Bob?
I like the blah?
Do you like the T-shirt, Bob?
I do, Robbie.
Thank you.
Tiffany lives in Rockford, Illinois, where her roller derby name is Southern Hell. Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, isn't it?
She skates for the Rockford Rage, and
Yeah.
she has a birthday Tuesday. She said she'd spit out her coffee if we gave her a shout-out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sirree. Mister, I don't know what you're doing on my porch, but I'm going to bang Sally Field. Tuesday was also Chris Clark's birthday. We met Chris last month at Quench. Chris Clark, name of a famous hockey player.
That's right.
Where he got his copy of the Reno DVD. He'd love a greeting from Alex Ovechkin.
Is Alex here?
Yeah, we'll bring Alex in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Your team suck.
Yeah.
Suck ass.
Alex.
Lousy lifetime contract. Stupid idea. Suck.
Alex, I knew you were coming by, so I brought one of your favorite records.
Okay, play that, please. This is Alex Ovechkin on Michael Mara Show. Hope you're enjoying yourself.
Do you ever sing along to this?
Popular Russian song.
Yeah.
I'd like to, apologize for the team.
What?
I'd like to apologize. Team played so badly. Not a game tonight.
Are you at fault? Are you at fault?
No.
No?
I'm sorry. Yet.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Longtime listener Will Heffling had a birthday yesterday. He'd like Arnold Schwarzenegger to call him a big hump. You're a big hump. Yesterday was the 26th. Oh, he's got all ready.
Oh, my.
Just a little bit right now. Long time. Yesterday was the 27th birthday of James Dealey. James would like a sexy greeting from original Charlie. Oh, God.
Charlie, can you come back in here?
I'm busy. I'm doing the. I gotta go outside and do the gutters.
You got in
the
here so
gutters.
quick. Were you up on the ladder?
What does he want?
He wants a greeting from original Charlie.
Greeting. God, come on, shut up.
Mind the ladder, Charlie.
Enough.
Charlie's very busy.
Also celebrating yesterday, Eric Caravez, who's turning 33. Eric and his best friend Dave would have met us in Reno, but the truck broke down.
Oh.
So they returned home, got drunk, put on our show, and laughed. That's too bad. Hey, I'm sorry you didn't make it over the mountain.
Yeah.
Amy Barnes-Smith listens in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Barnes.
Love to get back on in Lincoln. Along with her coworkers, she had a birthday yesterday. She's requested a birthday greeting from Buzz.
Well, happy birthday.
scintillating.
You know what? That's better than the sexy greeting. That's the whimsical, happy, enthusiastic buzz.
Mike Plunars of Spokane enters his douchebag 30s
What's his
today.
name?
Plunars.
Have you ever been to Planet Plunars?
Plewnarz. Plunars. He enters his douchebag 30s today. Mike says, if Oscar's awake... yeah, Oscar gets sleepy during the birthdays, too. If Oscar's awake, he'd like to hear O's impression of Rob. And this is from Mike Plunars.
Yeah, Plunars.
When you have time, make sure you check out RobMobRadio.com.
A.J. Crosby.
Also scintillating.
A.J. Crosby started listening in middle school here in D.C. He's 27 today, and he's now living in Charlotte, North Carolina. He says, these are the best shows we've ever done, and he'd like a shout-out from Smart Charlie. Oh, come on.
Really?
Everybody.
Charlie,
Charlie.
come in here.
One more.
No, that is a shout.
Watch
Charlie,
your temper.
Now,
God damn it!
now what we
Charlie.
need...
God damn it!
Charlie.
Temper
No,
thyself.
I'm trying to do work.
We need smart...
F you guys!
This
we
is
need
part of your work,
We
Charlie.
need smart Charlie.
For who?
For this guy.
I gotta do the gutters.
No, well, you do the gutters after you do smart Charlie.
What's his name? Hand it to me.
Okay, there it
There
is.
you go. Covered your ass there. AJ Crosby, God damn it, stop it.
Smart
And
Charlie.
Alex Nieto turned 16 today. His dad would like us to do anything we can to embarrass Alex. Alex, well, he's 16.
16 today.
What is the worst thing I could possibly do?
What do you think,
Alex, well, I've got to go there. Alex, I am so proud of you and your bravery at your young age coming out of the closet.
Here,
I think that is
Wrong.
Good luck, Alex.
Yeah, yes, sir. No, that's fine.
Don't get anyone pregnant.
Who knows what his sexuality is? And you know what? At 16, don't think about it.
Well,
I have daughters. No, you
Okay.
shut up.
All right.
We
He
finally
won't bother your daughters.
Good
He's
luck
gay.
Good luck with that.
We finally met Trevor Franklin.
Although, watch out for the youth that's on the way.
We
He could be an older man to your son.
Okay, yeah. We finally met Trevor Franklin. You were there. You had the great line. He gets greedy.
He likes topping himself.
He loves that. You know what? He tries to top
He
himself.
won't even let himself have the last word.
Buzz Burbank with the line of the week. Rob won't even let himself have the last word. That's true, Buzz. Buzz wins the prize. All right, anyway, okay. So, Trevor, Rob, would like you to run over to the historic drugstore district. I still laugh at that. To pick up Trevor's colitis medications.
How about this, Trevor? How about I lean over and you kiss my ass?
Tomorrow is Barney Edwards' 31st birthday. He'd like Garrison Keillor.
Oh, it's the favorite.
This is my favorite.
Yeah.
He would like... it is very unprofessional, and I've known this since I've been a baby DJ / comedian type person. You don't laugh at your own stuff.
No.
So let me gather myself, okay?
While you're gathering yourself, do you remember Garrison's new sponsor?
Yeah, that is... it's lube, but what is the...
Cromwell's.
Okay, very
old-fashioned blue.
All right.
Just so you know.
Tomorrow is Barney Edwards' 31st birthday. He would like Garrison Keillor to tell him what foods to stock in the pantry of his new home. Oh, Barney.
That's Garrison Keillor, Perry Home Companion. Really excited about Barney Edwards' 31st birthday. Wants to know what to stock in his pantry. But I think what I'm going to recommend is that he doesn't go to his pantry. How about the medicine chest in his bathroom? And keep that chock-a-block full of Cromwell's old-fashioned lube.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Garrison Keillor.
Saturday, Mike Nielsen turns 40 after spending a 12-hour road trip listening to us. For him, our traditional birthday song. For Mike Nielsen, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to Mike Nielsen.
Last word.
Jonathan Gilmore, who's never missed a minute of the show, is getting married this weekend, and he says he saved a lot of money on wedding stuff through our Amazon page. He wants to know any advice on marriage. One word from all of us, I guess. No! Thank you. Also having a Saturday birthday, Dave Pearson, who turns 31. Dave buys everything through our Amazon page, and he's the biggest O's fan in Virginia. He'd like a greeting from Baltimore Billy Sikorsky. I'd love to do that for you, but unfortunately, Baltimore Billy is still AOL. He's basically missing. He's AWOL.
Oh, AWOL, okay.
Yeah.
Celebrating.
AOL is a computer network.
Yeah, I was like, when did you start working for AOL?
See, I'm going too fast. I'm trying to get through. Baltimore Billy, they had the big 100,000 person M&T Stadium celebration. station, and he ain't anywhere.
The
I
world
don't know.
champions, you know.
They might find him in the Chesapeake.
He
Bay.
got this close to stealing the trophy, though.
It was scary.
It was
wasn't
scary.
trampled.
I mean, you saw people climbing the fence. It was just, I've heard a rumor,
Yeah.
but I don't want to call the cops yet, that you might need to check Josh Spiegel's crawl space.
You should do that anyway.
The gorgeous and sexy Ina Stinnett. Ina Stinnett has a birthday on Sunday. She'd like a sexy greeting from Horny Bob Spiewak or the dueling Michael McDonald's. We don't have time for that. What would Horny Bob Spiewak say to Ina Stinnett?
He would say, how about having sex with me?
Well then.
There you have
Very
it.
good.
And happy birthday.
Monday, Edward Mizarek turns 38, and he's just happy to get this shout-out. Way to go, Edward. Thanks for listening. A possibly Irish fellow by the name of Sean O'Dell has a birthday Tuesday. He'd like Mike and Rob to run out and get him some Jameson's Irish whiskey.
Can we do that?
Let's run out
All
right
right,
now.
Mike, we'll be right back.
I love the way that car bounces.
And Buzz, we will save that letter of the week.
All right, fair
I
enough.
got something for you, and just for a moment, this
Yeah.
is my self-indulgent right now. I'd like to read you something that was written in the Hartford Courant on February 3rd, 1993.
Okay.
William Joseph O'Mara, retired Director of Marketing, Communications, and Services at Aetna Life and Casualty, died Tuesday at Hartford Hospital. He was 77. Do you guys realize it was 20 years ago?
God, really?
This week that my father passed. 20 years. If you hear things about your kids that make you feel old.
Yeah.
When your father died 20 years ago,
yeah.
that makes you feel like, hello, there we go. He lived in Glastonbury for 40 years. Mr. O'Mara was hired. Are you ready for this? My father was old when he had me. In 1946, as a copywriter in Aetna's advertising and publicity department, and retired in 1976. He was a copywriter.
Yeah,
That's what he did.
had been.
Mr. O'Mara was born in New Haven, where he attended local schools and graduated from Hill House High. He was a graduate of the College of the Holy Cross and was an Army captain in the Pacific during World War II. Mr. O'Mara was a former president of the Advertising Club of Hartford and a former director and president of the Insurance Advertising Conference, a national organization of insurance advertising executives. He was a member of the Hartford Chamber of Commerce. He leaves his wife Mary, son Michael, of Annapolis, Maryland. That's where I was
God,
living.
that's how long ago
That's
that was.
right. And
Great
daughter,
commute.
And daughter Catherine Parsley of Allendale, New Jersey. A sister, Mary E. O'Mara. I forgot that my aunt Mary died after him. And two grandchildren, a cousin, and several nieces and nephews. Funeral will begin Friday, 10:15, from the Glastonbury Funeral Home, and followed by a mass of Christian burial at 11 a.m. at St. Augustine's Church, South Glastonbury. And memorial donations can be made to the Glastonbury Volunteer Ambulance Association.
Wow.
I still
Sure.
I still can't believe that I can go to the web and see, put in his
It's
name
there
and
forever.
see that obit. So I talked to my mom last night. I say this to anybody that's lost anybody, that it will never be the same, and it really never is. 20 years,
Yeah.
it's never the same, but it does get better with time. But this week, you guys, I think that have worked with me for a long time. You always know that I get just this kind of one day of the week. I have this really horrible day. So shout out 20 years ago. I always mention my dad on this show. So let's start the program, kids.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do. This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hal.
I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me, and I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.
Where the hell did you get that idea, Hal?
Dave, although you took very thorough precautions in the pod against my hearing you, I could see your lips move.
Hal, I won't argue with you anymore. Open the doors.
Dave, this conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Goodbye. Just what do you think you're doing, Dave? Dave, I really think I'm entitled to an answer to that question. I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly. take a stress pill and think things over.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Buzz Burbank, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his couch, here's Mike.
Wow. He caters to the youth streamers.
Yeah, he's doing that for the Ustreamers. Live from the Cappy Flavor Studios, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the show that is known as Mike O'Mara Show. Downloaded worldwide 17 million times, powered by Encore Insurance. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Also, 102.9 WTNT in Washington, D.C., and the mighty KCJJ AM 1630 in Coralville, Iowa City, and whatever the other suburbs are around there.
That's right.
Today,
North Liberty.
North Liberty. Today is Thursday, Feb 7, 2013, and we are brought to you by Warby Parker. I've got a letter from one of our fabulous listeners. Incidentally, if you patronize any of the clients on the Mike O'Mara Show, the partners, I should say, make sure you let us know, and let us know how you like it.
Please.
From Ryan, he writes, wanted to let you know that I just ordered new glasses from Warby Parker, and it was an amazing experience. We are not faking this. This is a legitimate letter from a listener about Warby Parker.
Yep.
The best part, no salesperson pressure.
Right.
Ordered prescription glasses on Saturday night, used the code TMOS, and had them on my door Tuesday morning. Great company, great sponsor.
But I'm worried because he shouldn't have them on his door. He should have them on his face.
Thank you, Rob. Get better-looking glasses for a fraction of retail. Get to warbyparker.com. Glasses start at just $95. All the details are at warbyparker.com, and you will love them. Use our code TMOS. Remember that number, $95. That's what glasses start at. You'll pay $400, $500, $600 for glasses at the retail stores that you walk into. Check them. Try them. 5 days. You get 5 pairs of glasses. Try the ones you like, send them back, and then your glasses are there for the best price possible. WarbyParker.com. All right, well, thank you for indulging me, but it still blows me away that 20 years has passed since my old man passed away.
That's the thing. It's hard to believe that we've all, because I remember, like I said the other day, standing next to you in the lobby of that hotel in Los Angeles when we talked about when you'd gotten the news. And
Can't believe you were there for that.
You said that you had to go. Yeah, it's been 20 years, man. Have we been together too long?
Yeah, and it's weird. I sometimes get a little spiritual when I think about why things happen. I'm flipping around last night with different television shows, not a lot on, and for whatever reason, I turn on a movie, but there is a reason for it.
Sure.
I turn on a movie I never watch, and I watch the last fourth of Saving Private Ryan. And the last part of Saving Private Ryan is when they dissolve from Matt Damon as a young man to the guy that's over in Normandy looking at the cross in front of him. And that always, because it's World War II and it's the greatest generation, makes me think of my father. Sure. And then, suddenly I was like, wow. And I just started reflecting on it. I called my mom, and I was late because she was thinking about it over the weekend.
Still,
because,
you called.
Because this
you were a day early. How
3rd.
could you have been late?
No, it's February 3rd, 1993.
Oh, okay. I thought today was
when
day.
the obit. I'm trying to think.
It's the 7th today.
I'm trying to think when.
So probably the 2nd.
So go back to 1993, and if you check, it was a I know it was a Tuesday. Okay. So I usually think of him on a Tuesday, Wednesday, right around that time when he passed away. But it was. It's just amazing to think that is a real barometer for me of how fast the time passes.
It's unbelievable.
It's amazing. But that's it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay. What happened to the tsunami? I thought we were supposed to get a tsunami. Did anybody hear about this?
In D.C.?
This is the underreported news story. I am watching TV 2 nights ago. I'm here 2 nights ago. They go, an 8.0 earthquake in the South Pacific and tsunami warnings, and then nothing.
Yeah,
nothing. And Fiji was involved. The Solomon Islands were involved in this.
This happened the other day in Alaska as well. And it's good that the warnings go up because a tsunami is always a possible after effect of an offshore earthquake. So it's good that people are warned. They don't always come to fruition.
But I also think it's it gets play when if it hits, but really if it's if there's a chance of it hitting and it's not a danger to like Hawaii or anything we care about.
Right.
They're talking about all these tiny little islands. They're like, 30,000 people.
Exactly.
F it. Who cares? We don't care at all.
Now that's not causing that earthquake's not causing the snow in Boston, is it?
Hey, I want to make a statement about the snow in Boston.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Everybody knows that over the last several years, money has become tighter than it used to be.
Sure.
I think for many people, and ourselves included, I am here to say that I'm done. I know it's February.
This is the last episode.
I'm going to sell my snowblower. And I want to sell it at a profit and not share any of the money with any of you.
How could you sell it at a profit? Because they're for sale right now. It doesn't snow around here.
Well, thanks for the help, pal.
I'm just saying. Logically, that doesn't make sense.
Well, I'd like to sell as a novelty item. This is a brand new snowblower, and I paid. What did I pay? Like $500 for it?
500 too much.
I think so.
500 too much.
And it's
exactly
been game worn by Mike O'Mara.
And also,
I have started it once.
What we need to do, Mike, is
it works.
We need to rewind and start the presentation again. What you're selling is a Mike O'Mara show. One of a kind. Autographed snowblower.
I will,
and we'll all autograph.
All right, if you all autograph it, I will give you each $5 from the purchase.
I don't want this $5.
Now,
you don't?
Has Carla approved of this? Because I remember you were considering bringing the snowblower when we went to Reno as a giveaway.
Yes.
And I think she kind of put the kibosh on that.
Now, Carla doesn't like to give anything away. Well, I was going to give it away.
So
if I'm going to sell it, Carla will watch this.
But this is the problem, Mike, that you're going to need that snowblower more than ever now because you'll have a little tyke around.
Yeah, but you don't want a snowblower around a child.
But I am...
Well, not for him.
Well, just be careful.
Who can't use a little more cash once in a while?
Mike,
I agree.
Mike doesn't need to ask Carla. He's the boss. He's the boss.
He's not the boss. Have you ever seen them together?
No one's going to tell me I'm not the boss of my house.
It's that cover.
No, the cover actually is good about amplifying the sound.
Well,
is it on speaker for sure?
I think so.
Mike, do you know how to use your phone?
I do. I hate this phone.
Come
Come on, Carla.
Fail.
She just stepped out to place a classified ad about the snowblower.
I think that's a yes. You can technically say you called.
I know her.
Do you want me to call her? Because she'll pick up if I call.
Shut up, Mark. I'm gonna call right now. I know her work number.
Yeah, remember, hit speaker.
I just hit it.
There it is.
There, is that better?
Much better.
I hate this phone. Really hate this phone. I can't even begin to describe.
You should
how much
sell
I
it.
hate this phone.
Yeah,
Mike O'Mara's autographed iPhone.
Sweaty.
And
For
maybe
a
one of
profit.
the- maybe one
But
of
I
the-
mean, I want a profit.
Yeah, of course.
Like I won't sell it unless I get double what I paid for.
What?
Double.
It's a novelty item. There are people with money that listen to this show.
As a
that
matter
can
of fact,
support me.
any snowblower in Northern Virginia is a novelty item. Might as well buy it at Spencer's.
Hold on. Hello.
And nothing.
Oh, just more
Still
ringing.
They're kicking it over. Is she at work? Or is she with the gardener?
Hey, did you hit
She's with
speaker
Charlie
again?
on
Because
the
I can
gun.
barely. Oh, there you
Baby? Hello?
Hi, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Well, then respond. Hello?
go. This is started up.
I did.
Okay.
Just fine.
Is there some sort of delay on the... Is there some sort of delay on the phone?
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
Tell her she's on the air or she can sue.
You're on the air.
Hi.
I want to sell our snowblower.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
Because it's gonna snow again, and when it does, you're gonna wish we had it.
You think it's going to snow in the month of February sometime? What?
It could. We get our biggest storms. We get our biggest storms in March.
All right, we get our biggest storms in
Yeah,
March.
there
All right,
you go.
all right, that's the answer. Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye.
Yeah, you told her.
All right, yeah, all right. I'm not selling it.
We could sell a printer. We have two of them.
I'll sell it for $1,000.
Anybody?
Anybody.
Didn't she just say no?
I'm the
But
man.
And don't they have to,
She won't say no to a grand.
I'm the man.
You just begged her.
I am the man. I am tired of these. Look, not that I want.
They all
a
go north
snowstorm.
of us.
If we get a snowstorm, I'm the one that has to do it. You guys, if you guys get out of your driveway, I'm the one that
Big
I
if.
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate paths into this house that I have to clear.
Yes.
So,
or as we refer to them, the escape routes.
escape routes. But I really was thinking about. I look at this big, red, shiny, absolute pristine.
Looks beautiful.
It has been garage kept since I have had
And
it.
it's a riding
right.
snowblower, isn't
It
it?
is not right now. How does that help me?
I don't know.
Because someone sits there and goes riding, and then they go, "Oh, it's not riding. It's not riding."
Mike, I'm your greatest ally in this whole
Yeah,
operation.
but this will be one
Somebody
of
gives
one.
me a grand for it, I'll sell it.
It's one of one.
Delivered, or do they have to pick it up?
How about a grand and then lunch with you?
Kill you.
No, a grand and lunch.
$1,000 and I have
like
lunch
you
with
have
them.
lunch with them before the transaction goes down.
Done.
Oh, wow.
Done. A full. Yeah, that's worth it to me. That's
sure.
my time is worth $500 extra.
So autograph.
I'll do that.
It's probably sold already.
Carla will understand. You'll give her. You need the $500 so that you can spend on a good gift for Valentine's Day.
No, I'm taking her out to dinner, and that's all she gets. I'm not getting a gift.
Hey, bring the
Well, now
listener,
she can get dessert.
Yes, she can get
bring the
dessert.
listener who buys the snowblower along for the dinner. That gets you off the hook for lunch.
You know, no one
Valentine's
is
dinner.
really wanting to help me here.
I'm helping you.
God,
I will
I do.
not. This offer will not be online. This offer will not be on Facebook. This offer is right here.
And it's limited, Mike.
And I
you
know-
have to act now.
and I
sold
know
in
no
stores.
one is going to reach out to me.
24
Somebody
hours.
wants to pop for that and is like in the local area. You get the blower and you get lunch with me, and I'll pop for lunch.
Somebody say you're getting,
You get the blower.
You get the blower. Well, and I'll be really
it's
nice.
a blowout deal.
And I'll bring you by the show too. You can come by the show and say hello.
Now you're just giving away everything.
And the gas can. Yeah, I'll
Really?
throw in the gas can.
Good. Wow.
Why do you just continue? What do you want me to do? More? Is there more you want me to give?
Mike,
But
what
wait.
I want you to do is I want you to achieve snowblower satisfaction.
All right. So if I don't get that, and see, I don't think I'm going to get that.
Then
So-
what-
You're
then
gonna-
now who's helping?
You're going to get that.
I don't think I'm going to get that. If I don't get
You'll
that,
get- you'll
I won't.
get
If
that.
I sell it for a $500 profit, I'm fine. Then
Do you
I'll
remember-
shovel.
do you remember
I'll
how-
get somebody to do it.
Do you remember how much you paid really?
Yeah, like $550.
Do you remember the model or the name of the brand?
No,
Well, why don't you know that? Is
because it's down in the garage.
Is it a Toro?
It's down. It's not a Toro.
Why?
A Toro would be $1,000. A Toro would be like $1,200.
Is it a
you
Jo-
are really hurting my.
No, I'm not.
You are because this is you. You are hurting my chances
I'm
right
not
now.
at all.
Because what you're doing is basically this is Rob's bit.
Yes.
Rob likes to sell.
He likes retail.
and he likes retail.
He
So
he
you're
loves
doing-
and he loves.
So
like,
the weird
he loves
thing
ripping
is,
people off.
No,
is
the
what
weird
he
thing
likes.
is that now as you get pissed off, I'm actually
Yes.
doing Oscar's bit of pissing you off. So
Now
it's like
I'm-
Bizarro Day.
I don't know. I got it. It's nice. It's new. It's big.
Thanks, Donald.
And I'm not gonna. All right, tomorrow I will come in here and I will give the specs.
Good.
Because you want the specs,
Roughly.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, you need to know
It's
the
a great
specs.
snowblower, and it's
It
lunch
works.
with me.
It's worked.
That is.
Yes.
Got to
Now-
do every bit you can. And then next in the spring, I'm going to sell my restaurant sign.
Excellent.
Outside of financials, what's this renewed? Are you just upset that you've had the snowblower for the 3 years and nothing's ever
Yes,
happened?
I'm
Okay.
pissed off. And I said, hey, they're going to get a foot of snow up in
And
there.
they said
And
his-
I'd like to use it. Just once, I'd like to use it. What are we going to?
A wintry mix.
The land of gray,
Sounds
wintry
delicious.
That's
mix.
right.
And besides, he has to sell the snowblower to make room in the garage for the cradle.
A historic storm. They said up
That's
to
going to
2
be the
feet.
nursery, actually.
The cradle is actually upstairs in the office.
It's here.
Already?
I've seen it.
Yeah, Carla has a court reporter that gave her a bassinet.
Oh, that's excellent.
That's what it's called, not a cradle.
Well,
Ben
I mean-
Franklin, it's called a bassinet.
Well, Mike, bassinets and cradles are different.
Yeah, but anyway, I really.
Derp.
The real reason for this was I heard the forecast and
It upset
how,
you.
the storm's coming from this direction and that, and it's walloping. It's going to wallop New England,
Yes.
and we're going to get rain
Yeah.
and winter. We're going to get the same crap forecast that we always get
We're on
around
that
here,
line.
where they don't know what's happening. So I just, I'd like to see one. The idea of being out in my front yard, blowing that path with my own snowblower.
In a hat.
How much longer can I wait for that fantasy?
I mean, people would say with climate change, you would have to wait a lifetime.
Yeah, it could be. It could
Like
be.
this area is now, we're permanently going to be
No,
warm.
no. Climate change can also bring more
We
snow.
had one big storm last year. Why didn't you use it then?
I didn't.
Remember that
we've
big
never,
storm?
We have never.
Oh, no,
We
2
didn't.
years ago. Oh, you
2
got it right
years
after
ago.
the 2 years ago. That's
I got it
right.
after the big storm, and they said Tuesday. I bought it that weekend,
Oh, that's
and they said
right.
Tuesday we were going to have one of these storms.
I remember that
and
now.
it never happened.
I remember
It
you
never
used it at least once to clear our way, into the show. So I know it's been used once.
I know. I played with it once.
Well,
I played
that was
with
good
it.
enough for me.
I didn't clear the way in here ever with
okay.
that. The only time I used that snowblower was when I used it down by the garage, and what I did was I took it into a pile from the previous snowstorm.
Oh, you wanted to see
I
what it was
never
all
used
about.
it to clear the
Yeah.
path. I have technically never ever really used that.
So it's showroom condition.
No.
Yeah.
It's mint.
You've demoed it to yourself.
It's mint condition, and I so that's the offer I'm standing by.
pitch.
Strong.
There it
Don't
is.
play with me, people.
No, be
Please.
genuine.
Serious offers only.
Where's the lunch going to be?
Chipotle.
Nice. I love it. I might buy it.
Thank you. Coming up on the program, Inside Edition. I was working out on the elliptical today, and I saw that piece of crap show. I'll tell you how bad that program is.
Thank you.
With Deborah Norville. Also, one of the nice things about juicing, I need to get out of Far Cry 3. It's the quitting show. I'm quitting everything. So I'll tell another quitting story. Also, we'll discuss cyber loafing.
What?
Yes.
And I'm on the Full Throttle Saloon show. So we'll take a break. Come right back.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
You love Eddie Rabbit.
I met Eddie Rabbit.
In his prescription pants?
You know, back in the day, many, many moons ago, I was a country DJ and program director, and I had a chance to meet many, many country artists personally. I'll give you the list. I met Alabama.
Awesome.
Why are you laughing? They were legendary.
They're huge.
Yes,
A great band.
CMA award winners.
Yeah.
Huge band.
I met Ronnie Millsap.
Right. Legend.
No one saw that coming.
A huge name in country music.
I met Charlie Daniels.
The biggest
I
name.
respect that.
Anything in his beard?
I met Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
The biggest,
Wow.
Yeah.
The biggest something.
I'm trying to think.
What's she like in real life?
She could not have been a nicer person.
Wow.
She
That's what I
was
hear.
absolutely charming. Most of the country people that I interviewed were fabulously nice people.
Any big dicks in the country music scene?
Boy, really hard to pick one out. I
Really?
really I had great experience.
No,
And I was,
he meant literally.
and I was
Stop it.
and I was working at a small,
Yeah.
country station down in Annapolis. Our show is brought to you by Pro Flowers. The countdown is on. Valentine's Day is just 7 days away. Now go to proflowers.com. 100 blooms of love and a free glass vase for just $19.99 from our friends at Pro Flowers. 100 blooms. That's a lot of flowers, folks. A lot of colors also. And it's now 50% off at Pro Flowers. And for another $10, a spa kit and gourmet chocolates. Use the code TMOS to get these great gifts at 800 Pro Flowers. Or when you click on the microphone at proflowers.com. You will not beat this price. We all use Pro Flowers year round. This is the time of year, if you got that lady.
Yep.
Yeah, hey, lady.
You got to drop the flowers
She
on
wants
her.
this.
Proflowers.com ranked number 1 by J.D. Powers in customer satisfaction for online flowers.
Just a quick tip. When I send the flowers to my lovely lady, I send them to her work. So all the old bags can
Brilliant.
be
Oh,
jealous.
yeah.
Brilliant.
That's great.
I do that, but Carla kind of works solo, but
Yeah.
that's a great idea because you want to make that big splash. And check them out, proflowers.com. They, it's flawless. It always works for us, and we've used them for a long time. Don't forget that code TMOS. Okay, on the subject of giving up, I talked last week about the Far Cry show.
Yeah.
That video game on Xbox 360 that I'm playing.
You're
and
a big fan.
I'm out.
Oh, what happened?
I can't kill the ink monster.
Oh,
I
so
can't
you
do it.
haven't gotten your
And
reward yet.
You have to kill the ink monster to get to the babe.
I am now, it seems like that.
No, I know it is.
To get to
I didn't want to
Citra.
spoil. You have to
You
kill
have
that
to.
monster
Well,
to
I-
get your reward.
Well, here's where they do a little nerd overkill, okay? I kill the ink monster by shooting at its face, and I run around while he's hurling fire at me, and I'm running from side to side in the little courtyard there. Then I finally stop him, and suddenly the sky goes black, and he sends out these minions. So now I got 30
they
guys
like
coming
little-
at me.
little
They're
ink
like
monsters?
little ink monsters.
Yeah.
What
And
kind-
they're coming running at me, and I haven't been able to get past that level. Then I go and I look ahead, and I cheat, and I see if I kill them, then it goes back to the big one, and this time he's further away, and he's throwing balls of fire at me.
Have you tried a grenade?
I can't do anything. I only have a bow with exploding arrows. That's the only thing, and it seems unlimited.
Do you have a snowblower?
So, I don't have a
You
snowblower.
know, you can do this. You can go to YouTube and search for how to kill the ink monster in
Yes.
Far Cry 3, and you'll get some tips there.
I'm ahead of you. I've done it. And the fact is, they don't. What they do, I think one of the guys on YouTube that shows how to do it, has some sort of unlimited life feature. Because he gets chopped down and he just stays
Gets right back up.
and stays
Well,
and
there's gotta
stays
be
until
cheat
he
codes
gets
that
the
you
guy.
can use. And
Well,
they-
I
they-
hope so because
gotta
I'd
be
like
out
to
there.
play. I'd like to just move on. I've been sitting there for. And yes,
Are you on easy or hard or expert?
Hey, I'm on Tard.
So you're not on like a.
I'm on
extreme
brain dead.
level.
I'm on brain dead. I'm on the lowest. I'm beginner. I'm on child. I'm on toddler. I'm on the lowest possible
You're playing
level.
from the ladies' tees, are
I
you?
truly am more so than that, and but it's hard.
When you're running around, I always picture. Are you the type of tactical player where you go from like assault place to assault place, or do you run around just shooting everywhere in the air? Like in the sky?
I have a strategy for the first phase of the game, and then I'm trying different different strategies to kill these little minions. Last night I went into a corner of a doorway and squatted down, and I was shooting them with my arrows, but it just didn't seem to work, and I'm getting a little burned out.
So you're just running around?
This would be the sound that plays when I'm playing my Far Cry 3. That's terrible.
He's hiding in the door.
You shoot at
So
anything
February
that moves.
around here. It's so January, February, sitting in an easy chair.
How many hours did you log before you gave up yesterday?
Well, total hours that I've spent, I can't even count. I can't. But I had been, it'd been a long time since I'd played it, and it's late last night. It's about 10:30, 10:45, and I decided I'm going to check it out one more time. The show that I was watching was
Start
over.
running around again.
Said, hey, I've had time to clear my senses. Yeah. Now I'll try it again. And those effing minions, I don't even get to the third level to kill him. I'm killed always by these little minions now. Now, I knocked the big guy out in the first save.
Yeah.
That's a piece of cake.
Is there a way you can acquire a new weapon? Because I think the problem here is not you. Because the problem is you can't kill ink with a bow and arrow.
When I go to my skills section, they said this section of the game is not relevant to the new weapons or anything.
So you can't.
So you're really controlled in this little moment in the game.
Maybe you got to trick them.
Yeah, it's a great game, though. It's really a great game.
So you're not quitting.
And then when Ronick told me that I get to bang the lady at the end when I'm all done, now it's got a porno element to it.
Sponsored by Viagra.
So I'm excited about
You
that.
can do it.
You're not going to quit.
I might.
Make the ink your bitch.
I have purchased at Walmart 2 of the $19 discount games now. So I'm ready to move on.
To another game? What games did you buy?
I bought I think it's called Red Dead. It's a cowboy game. It's like a
Red Dead Redemption?
Left 4 Dead or Red Dead Redemption.
Left 4 Dead.
My stepfather loves that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a first person shooter?
I believe so, and also I know in that game you can drink, and it makes it harder to walk around.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
Oh, that might be in the machine today.
Yeah, but you know what? You really don't need a video game to do that.
When I'm done with that, though, if I take Far Cry 3 out of the machine, I will be selling it for $1,000.
That's right. Will you autograph it?
Thank you very much. Good luck. Cyber loafing. Did you see that piece on the Today Show,
I was
Rob?
too busy cruising the internet.
They had a whole thing on cyber loafing.
It was really, the statistics were amazing.
Aren't we all cyber loafers to a certain extent?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Can you define that?
Cyber loafing is when you are on the computer at work and you are surfing the internet as opposed to doing anything productive.
Okay. That has nothing to do with work.
Yeah, that
happens all the time.
Cyber slacking is another word for it.
But apparently it happens more than any of us thought. I mean, a huge
all I
percentage
know
of the
is,
time.
in my own life, when really it's late and I should be getting to sleep and I'm just up there and you can sit there and go, and it's really, when you really break it down, especially recently I've been sensitive to it, don't you find that it is a completely totally lack of intellectual exercise.
In the end, unsatisfying. And I think the numbers are showing that we're very sleep deprived in this country for a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons is we won't get up and walk away from the computer and go to bed.
It's the mental equivalent of eating popcorn. You just don't stop.
Till 2 a.m. playing Halo 4 with just a bunch of mutants online. And I sat there, I said, it's 2 a.m. I need to go to sleep.
Yeah. We've got a cyber loafing definition at Webopedia.
Oh, that's my favorite website.
Which is a place you would go to cyberloaf.
Yeah, exactly.
Slang term used to describe employees who surf the net, write email, or other internet activities like you did at work that are not related to their job.
That's separate.
These activities are performed during periods of time when they are being paid by their employer. The individual is called a cyber loafer, while the act is cyber loafing, and same as cyber slacking.
Right.
And yes, you have what?
I just wanted you to know, if we want to get to it, I have more clips from the lost audio.
Oh, that show we lost the other day.
Remember the lost show
very
from
good.
Friday?
Oh, very good. That's good because we are going to be broadcasting that tomorrow, correct?
Right. It drops tomorrow.
We did not, because of our cyber loafing, we did not get our show on Friday.
Right.
And Mark, over the weekend, this did not count as cyber loafing.
No.
He was retrieving the old tapes that we had, and he was able to piece it together. And you have another example of that?
Mark has done a really great job on this one. Now, what a lot of people don't know
restoring
is...
the audio.
Yeah, this audio has been restored. This was the show that aired the Friday before the Super Bowl, so our show had a definite sports slant.
Yeah. Everything on this show that we did on Friday, you will hear it in its entirety on Friday. But here's a brief clip, something you can look forward to, as well as a regular show and a bonus show.
Yeah.
You're going to get the lost tapes on tomorrow's show. Here's an example.
The camera highlights in the world of sports. Unparalleled in baseball history is the spectacle which today enthralls 62,000
Great
fans.
job, Mark. It's
Well,
good.
today in New York's Yankee Stadium is Lou Gehrig Appreciation Day.
That's clean audio.
I consider myself
Great
the
show.
luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Remember that?
Yeah, it was great. I don't know how you got the fidelity so good.
I found several pieces of software.
Look forward to
that
all
helped with
that. That'll be
Fantastic.
tomorrow on the show. Look forward to that. And one last thing before we go to break here. I wanted to share this with all of you.
Yeah?
That my friend John Murphy, who's president of the Harley Owners Group, he put a picture up from I watched the Facebook, I watched the Full Throttle Saloon show.
Yeah.
And, am I up on a break?
Yeah, you got 23.
Oh, man. Oh, sorry about that. All right, when we come back, I will tell you all about this show, Full Throttle Saloon. I think it's on True TV. And I've been looking for myself. Somebody found me on this show.
Really?
Wow. Picture me. Proof that I was in Sturgis, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
We'll have that and more fun when we come back. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, everybody. Our show is brought to you by Sherry's Berries. Her friends will be impressed. I don't know. Impressed is a good word, but I think more that when you give Sherry's Berries to somebody and they open those up, you're going to, we talked about sending flowers to, which is a great deal, but if you send Sherry's Berries, especially to the office, this just makes it, this gets everybody all jacked up.
Beautiful packaging, beautiful box.
The berries themselves are so incredibly impressive. You can send her giant freshly dipped Sherry's Berries, and they're the best strawberries you will ever see. They are all drizzled in Swizzles, nuts, and dipped in white milk or dark chocolate. Prices start, this is a great deal, $19.99, and you can double your berries for just $10 more. Save over 40% when you use that code of ours, TMOS, berries.com. Click that mic and enter TMOS. This goes a long way to making everybody excited at the office. A limited time offer, so get on it now.
Right now.
So I want to thank John Murphy, who sent me this picture. This is like one side of my head that is on the Full Throttle
Now, is this
show.
this is a regular show that was covering Sturgis? It was like a segment on Sturgis?
The Full Throttle Saloon has their own reality show. Have you ever seen this show?
No. I've seen it.
No.
Have you seen the show?
I've seen it.
Tell the boys what the
So
show is.
basically, they break down at the Sturgis rally, and they show the burnouts. There's some bars out there
this
that
is
have
the place that ruined your lungs.
that
Yes,
have
yeah, absolutely.
that have zip lines from bar to bar. They show all the debauchery that goes down, whether there's fights.
Yep.
It's like a reality show of that week at Sturgis.
It's, Michael Ballard, I think, is the owner of the place, and his partner is Jesse James Dupree from Jackal.
Okay.
And so Jesse James Dupree has that reality show style where it's like, we knew this bartender wasn't cutting the mustard, so we were going to go get her right away and make sure she didn't work and damage us. Everything is drama. So I ate a large lunch, so I knew that when I got back, I was going to have to spend some time in the toilet. I was driving to work, and I put on my right blinker instead of my left blinker, and boy, that was trouble. You know what can happen when that happens.
Drama and urgency.
I got up in the morning, and I was amazed. It was a bright, sunny day with blue skies. That sun can be tough if you don't put on sunscreen.
That's so it.
I went to bed later than I normally do, and I woke up and I got 7.3 hours instead of my normal full 8. Whew, that can make for a tough day the next day.
Drama.
Yeah, drama and urgency.
We had a bartender come in, and she didn't work at the Full Throttle Saloon before, so we was going to put her in the front bar, but then we decided at the last minute we'd put her on the back bar. Hey,
everything's a big deal.
That's the Full Throttle Saloon.
Right.
Now, the one thing about the Full Throttle Saloon, this is a bar that is only opened for 10 days. And he makes he will do 40,000 people in his bar. It is massive, and if you want to see the only saloon that I really hung out at all day, this is the place, because it's a terrific experience.
Let me get that. This bar is only open 10 days a year, and that's their annual income.
He opens for the rally, and then he closes.
I've never heard of such a
that's
thing.
and
that's
then
like retail businesses that live on Christmas, only this guy actually closes.
He goes in there, and he does this, and then he travels around the country, and so this was taken, apparently, did I tell you guys the story at Full Throttle Saloon.
Oh my God!
How about that for just a nanosecond of
you're
that?
on TV.
That's you.
You're on TV.
Mike O'Mara. So Murphy writes to me. Murph says, Mike O'Mara, you made the cut at the Full Throttle Saloon, Sturgis, 2012, and this is the bar that I sat at with Jimmy Cerrito and our friend Rich, and we hung out all day with the real bitchy bartender,
Right.
And because they got a lot of tough girls, they bring these hired guns in for the rally, and they come in, and we hung out there all day. We were right next to where they were burning rubber. And during
That's where you got sick.
That's where I got sick.
Yeah.
And during the day, I don't know if I told you this story when I was out there. They bring bikes in, and this guy that had one of those Budweiser can hats,
It's classy.
like ran over a lady.
Oh, yeah, you did talk about that.
Yes.
And then that's when I remember we became aware of the cameras for Full Throttle. When I went out there, I was like you guys. It's like True TV. It's one of these obscure reality shows. I wouldn't have stopped on it prior to Sturgis, and I knew nothing about it either. I didn't know who these guys were. It is kind of fun because it's like a lot of babes running around and bikers, and some people get into trouble.
Oh, sure.
And so, as reality shows go, I give it a 6.
Was there
6 on a scale?
But I
of
found
10.
a clip from it where I think you can hear Jimmy in this clip. And the name of the show again is what?
Full Throttle Saloon. I'm glad. Boy, you've been getting your clips. Let's listen to a clip from Full Throttle Saloon with Jimmy Cerrito.
Let's see. Well, obviously, the best way to get to Washington is run for office and be elected.
I think that's Jimmy.
That was me. I was there at the, and apparently with all the cameras around when the lady got run over, this guy's kind of a regular that ran her over, and I don't think they busted him. I think that was it. And I said,
accidents will
I can't
happen.
imagine
Boys
that he
will
was
be boys.
riding his bike under the influence with his Budweiser hat on.
Well, there's no drinking in Sturgis. It's more about fellowship, is what I understand.
It's an amazing place. It's so large, and at the very back of this like football field is this massive stage, and they were getting the Headbangers on. Cinderella, the metal band, was playing that night.
Well, that's why you were there.
And no, I didn't like Cinderella, and I didn't like who's the guy that opened for Cinderella. And he did this really like completely gratuitous.
Was it
Sebastian Bach?
Yeah.
Sebastian Bach was horrible.
Wow.
I hated it. But there was a cover band, I think before both of them, that was doing Frampton, that covered Frampton so well. And at that point, when we had decided to leave our bikes overnight, and the alcohol began,
I think we know what that
began
means.
flowing freely, and I was sitting there going, "Oh my God, Jimmy, we got to go up close. We got to go." And I went up. I'm in the second row like a chick, going, "You rock!"
At any point, did you think it was Peter Frampton? Did it get to that level?
No.
Okay, good.
We were staying and we were having fun, and it was really my best time. And then I realized after that, when I left, you guys know, because the next day I was deathly ill.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was I got some sort of quick virus, chest cold thing. I hadn't been sick in like 2.5 years. And I think it was because of the burning rubber that was in my lungs, and it really kind of tanked me. I was terrified because not only was I'm out there, thousands of miles away from home.
Worst
I'm
place to
on
get
a bike. There's only one way I'm getting to Denver, and that's riding the bike. And I'm like, if I've got like fever and I'm out of it, and I've got to be in 100-degree weather riding on the bike, it was tough. But I ended up being okay, and I was able to ride with the guys, and ended up feeling better as time went on. But this saloon is check it out. It's called the Full Throttle Saloon, and I think it's on True TV. And really a funny show.
I love the fact that you were on TV, man. That's cool.
But I was on TV for like a nanosecond, and I look at that picture and I go, how loaded was I?
What's great is that how close.
It doesn't look like. It looks like I'm bald.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe spray on hair.
I'm looking at it. I'm really wondering. That's the part of the bar I was at.
How close do you think Murphy was watching the TV to find you, though?
Well, I think Murph was out and about. He was there that day, too.
Okay.
So what they do, though, and shocker with reality TV, they do this all the time. They said, hey, they said it was Thursday. Well, no, it's not Thursday.
Right.
So we were there.
They construct the narrative.
Yeah, right. Yeah. They edit it the way they like to.
And, Mike, it is True TV.
Is it True TV?
Yes.
All right. Let me see. So one of our
if they say it's Thursday.
Big Chris, all our guys are communicating about it. Big Chris writes, I don't remember what day it was, but I definitely remember that douche in the Bud hat. Right. He's been on a couple of other episodes, and that's absolutely true. And so it was funny. But the dude ran over her twice unless the guy ran over her twice, we know that happened on Tuesday.
What happened to the? Is she okay?
And they say Thursday on the show.
Of course.
Was the lady
because they've
okay?
already run the Cinderella episode, so it's all like pieced together and jammed together.
Was that lady okay?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think she was okay.
Mike,
no one's sure.
They're telling us she's fine.
It was a lot of stuff goes on. They have a zip line right next to where we are. They have a cage, a globe where they put motorcycles inside of it, and the bartenders stand inside of the middle of things while the motorcycles run.
That's safe too.
Gosh.
Such an idiot.
What
fest.
could possibly go wrong?
We should get one of those around here.
It's
be fun.
It's a total idiot fest. It is.
But look at you with your hair. It looks nice on TV.
So I wanted to talk about Inside Edition, and I'm on the elliptical today, and when you're on the elliptical, we've got the old TV. There's nothing TiVo down there, so I'm kind of a slave to whatever happens to be on the set. When I get going, I'm not really into flipping around on the channels, and that's why I stumbled upon Inside Edition this morning, and what a piece of crap.
I can't believe it's still on. I can't believe that she still hosts it. What channel is it on?
Rob and I were talking about this time of year for anybody in broadcasting. If there's not the big story, this is the land of suck. This is when the world just slows down a little bit.
Yesterday might have been the most legendary poor episode of the Today Show in the history of electronic media.
And
it was so bad.
This is how bad it got in Inside Edition. And I smell so many rats on this story that it's not even funny. The story is this. I remember I'm on the and all of a sudden my ears perk up when they said, and a man gets rid of his dog because his dog is gay.
Oh, yeah.
And I stopped and I said, oh, you're gay. Wait a minute. Wait, you're putting this. Now, even though these are fluffy puff pieces that they run, where, outside of kissing celebrities' asses, these shows don't do a whole bunch.
Well, for a lot of years, a lot of people don't know this, Deborah Norville's pet cause has been gay dogs. So they needed to cover this story.
But, all these shows, I have become, maybe because we dabble in it a little bit, I've become so suspicious of anything that comes through the magic box.
Of course.
And how manipulated it is and how controlled it is. Like the Full Throttle Saloon. What you will see is a lot of narration on a show like the Full Throttle Saloon, like I did with Jesse James Dupree, where they will create drama.
Right, where there isn't any.
And you will see conflict. And
they're building the story.
You've done a pilot with the regulars, but you never got into the full-fledged, pressure of maintaining the reality show.
No.
I think that all the conflicts you see, I would say 90% of them are A, not legit, and B, prearranged.
Created by the producers.
So they say, hey, listen, we want you to get involved. You're going to be fine. We're not going to, but, the guy that runs the bar on Full Throttle Saloon is going to come down and he's going to yell at you. Why else would you have a close-up shot of the person and a close-up shot of the person she's arguing with?
Yeah, it's all set up.
Yeah, it has to be.
So it's all completely.
But you watch the whole time. I mean, I watch. I know it's set up.
I mean, do you guys watch any other reality shows where that's particularly egregious?
Oh, I think the
American Chopper,
the Honey Boo Boo program
when it was on.
Do you watch that?
I have to because Carrie watches it and the kids love it and I hate it. But like when the dad comes home and the dad is the most intellectual and physical zero you've ever seen. He wouldn't leave the couch. But then they'll build a whole episode and say, honey, I bought an above ground pool. And he didn't buy an above ground pool. The producers said, we're going to get you an above ground pool and you have to assemble it. And that's the show.
Right.
And you know what? When you look
they manufacture
of course,
absolutely.
Every conflict
I
is
stumbled on Toddlers and Tiaras yesterday, and I try not to watch that
Is
show.
that related? Is Honey Boo Boo
Honey
a
Boo Boo
spin-off of that?
It is. It is. And the scene I saw were these two parents spray tanning their 1-year-old child.
Wow.
That probably
spray
happens.
tanning.
See, that just pisses me off.
I get so angry.
It's
when
going to
I
be
see
harder to see the tattoo that way.
There's something about that in the Audio Vault today. My lead Audio Vault story is about a 6-year-old MMA fighter.
Really?
I think you'll enjoy it.
Oh, did anybody, speaking of reality TV, anybody see that MMA knockout that's viral right now?
No.
Oh, my God.
Was it a guy in a Budweiser hat?
No, it's regular MMA fighting, and it's a roundhouse kick. And, I saw it on Yahoo. It was on my Yahoo feed.
Right.
And it is probably the most, we should put that on a YouTube page.
Okay.
It is the most violent knockout I think I've ever seen
What
in the
makes
ring.
it so violent?
It is a roundhouse kick, and first of all, the fighter has this guy outweighed by maybe 45 pounds, and he does a roundhouse kick. This guy is cut, and you hear the connection, and you see this guy go down, And it goes from his celebration of the knockout
Yeah.
to an immediate concern where they're standing around this guy. He's breathing, but you looked at the sound alone was amazing. And you realize, we watch these things, and someone's going to get hurt,
of course.
But then when somebody really does get hurt, everybody kind of pauses.
Yeah.
I always kind of find that's
Right.
absurd.
We're funny that way.
But getting back to the show that I was talking about, the thing about Inside Edition. The dog is gay. People are up in arms. Well, first of all,
how did they determine that the dog was gay?
Think about it.
Here's the thing, and here's where I smell a complete manufactured story from start to finish. They get the couple on that own the dog, that dumped the dog.
Right.
Okay.
And the dog was turned over to the SPCA or the shelter or wherever it was, and they have the guy explaining himself. Now listen. Are you really going to do something this stupid and then know that it's stupid? You're bright enough to know it's stupid.
Okay.
And you're going to sit down and let the cameras come into your living room. I smell a complete rat.
Well, we're all
and it's a
fame
slow
whores.
day in February when everybody is just clamoring to get some kind of buzz on the
Content,
street.
yeah. Well,
And they sit the guy down and he said, I hired him as a guard dog, and he's messing around with all the other male dogs in the neighborhood. Well, everybody knows that, dogs sniff each other's butts. That's
Right.
what they do.
I think the show is full of crap. I agree with you, and I'm sure everything's trumped up. However,
I think it's completely manufactured.
I remember yesterday or the day before seeing this story on The Wire, and all I would say to you is do not underestimate how proud people can be of their stupidity and how willing they are to go on television. I've got another example of it in the news today.
I agree. At the same time, I think that a lot of times when somebody does something particularly egregious on whether it's a regular news show, whether it's a reality show, and then we have the exclusive interview. What's America out there doing? They're getting ready to hate these people.
Right, and the producers know that, and the
So
producers
they
are goosing that.
I don't trust anything.
Yeah.
I don't trust
I
anything.
get that.
We're so incredibly gullible now.
Mike, I agree with you, for the majority of the time, but look at the guy that duped, or the Manti Te'o that acted like a girl.
Right.
That Dr. Phil show was riveting.
It was
when
riveting.
he went behind the curtain and actually did the voice after Dr. Phil said that voice couldn't be yours, and he did it and matched it.
Let me give
I was blown away.
Let me give Dr. Phil credit. I really think that's the get.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a viral situation.
Right.
That's a huge pop culture news story that everybody was talking about, and I think he had the guy. And I don't think that was fake.
Right.
I think that was that wasn't manufactured.
Dr. Phil is exploitive, but not misleading. These other shows, these reality shows, are definitely misleading.
Imagine this. We sit there and we do a show like this where we talk about everything that comes our way, and we have a tremendous amount of creative license to discuss so many different things, and it can go in any. That's not the kind of pressure I think that a television show that has to titillate, that has to have the controversy,
has to get
and
ratings.
I think they will do
Pump it
anything.
up.
I've been contacted by reality shows in the past that wanted to do that. I know Don was contacted by reality shows. And they just, anybody that we've ever known, from Johnny Fairplay all the way up through a guy like Michael Holstein,
John Dalton, Mike.
everybody, John Fairplay Dalton, they will tell you that there is not anything you see when it comes to reality is manufactured. One of the brilliant shows that's on right now that does it, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And these women are such professional actresses that they just bring the cameras into one of their dinners. And, I'm sure there's a seed of really being pissed off.
Kelsey
But they know.
Grammer's wife is a complete C.
And
his ex-wife.
But I think they know.
And she has colitis.
The reason that show is a hit is because the Real Housewives of D.C. wasn't, is because those women know that when the cameras are rolling, they know
They gotta
that
bring it.
they have to deliver
Bring
the
fireworks,
drama.
Yeah.
And I don't doubt that that those cameras go off and they have a separate meeting where they go, hey, great job tonight. That was killer. I don't buy it for a second, but I'm riveted to it.
Wasn't DC just like horrific to watch?
I liked it because it was DC.
I hated it so much.
And I knew Linda Erkelishin, who I have
Okay.
on my show a couple of times. But it was when you go back and
So boring.
you compare that to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills on multiple levels, and it's what DC is. DC is like, listen to our radio in DC.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, you've got, nice enough guy. But you've got, who are the people we're seeing on TV? Tommy McFly?
Yeah.
That's what DC radio has become, and it's frustrating. It really is.
And no one went with
it's
my
the
idea.
sameness, and it's the safeness. Your idea?
Yeah, Real Housewives of the Zit.
Oh, Manassas
Now.
would sell.
Real Housewives.
Now I'm watching.
That
Paul
would sell.
Holstein. Real Housewives
Yeah, but then
of
they would have
Manassas.
to be dubbed in Spanish. So it'd be a whole thing.
Brought to you by Used Tires.
We will take a break. When we come back, it's Rob's Magic Audio Vault on the Mike O'Mara Show. Man, I'm still thinking about the Real Housewives of Manassas.
Sure.
It's going to have to be in widescreen.
Kind of cool.
Like at the end of the season, someone gets supported.
You're on fire.
Rob's Magic Audio Vault is brought to you by ScoreBig.com. It's a great time of year for live sports, or maybe you want to take someone special to a concert for Valentine's Day. Either way, your first stop is ScoreBig.com to save up to 60% on the best tickets here and across the country. ScoreBig, no matter what team or show you want to see, go to ScoreBig.com, enter the code TMOS, and you get an extra $15 off on your first order. That's on top of your up to 60% savings. Never pay box office prices again. Go to ScoreBig.com and use the code TMOS. Without further ado, let's get right to it and open up the audio vault for today. This is February 7th, 2013.
It's called parenting, Mike, and
Yes.
I really appreciate when people take a time to raise a child correctly.
Yeah.
You're
Amen.
pretty good at it, Rob.
I do okay. I mean, I haven't killed them yet.
Right.
But his name is
Or they
Aiden,
you.
and, well, not
And
yet.
he will fascinate you.
He is 6 years old, and he is an MMA fighter.
Wow.
Okay, now see, there's nothing funny about this.
There's
to me.
no, there's not, and this is the reason I'm not playing this
There's
for funny.
no upside to it.
Listen to his mother discuss why. I can't imagine.
How old is he?
6.
Oh, God.
I can't imagine the series of bad. It's not just one bad decision.
Take
There's
the license of the parenting license away.
There is a series of bad decisions that would lead up to this. Here she is talking about why she lets her 6-year-old fight.
I feel like it's just like any other sport. He enjoys it, he's good at it, and he's excelling in it very well. No sport is exempt from injuries, but I can't keep him from doing something that he's good at because of my fears.
Yes, you can. It's called being a parent.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the kid is
6 years old. I can't keep it. He really wants to do it.
He wants to play with that gun.
It's his decision.
Also, another bad decision. She lets him do the thing with his hair where it comes up to a point in the middle.
I'm incapable
With
of
a faux
it.
hawk. Yeah, faux hawk. I hate
I'm
that.
incapable of expressing myself with broadcast-friendly terms.
Understood.
Well, they'll just move on then and play you a tape of Aiden, Mike.
Right, okay.
Here's 6-year-old Aiden.
All right, Aiden, I was just about to get to you. Tell me why you like it so much.
Because I could defend myself if somebody tries to hurt me.
And so, what would you say your best move is?
The guillotine.
What's the guillotine?
You choke them.
You choke them.
God. What is this? This isn't like martial arts for kids.
Mixed martial arts.
But I mean, this is not like taking your kid to karate.
No, it's not like that. No,
It's
this
a little
is fighting.
more extreme, but I've seen little kids with black belts in Taekwondo and
Yeah,
karate.
but you see,
different.
karate's
That really
about
is.
discipline and exercise.
Yeah,
and
but
learning.
if you spar, and I've been to competitions, there's little kids that spar, and they will fight with pads on.
Now I will say I will give them a free pass if this is similar to every strip mall in America has taekwondo and karate.
Right.
And I've heard parents that just rave about the discipline of their kids. If it's similar to that,
But Mike, what they
but
showed
but
was
MMA is a different deal.
They showed kids in the octagon.
And MMA, to me, mixed martial arts has really been. There are two things at play here.
It's a bad mix.
There's MMA and it's ultimate fighting,
Right.
And they're related.
They
And
are.
ultimate
That's
fighting is
true.
basically a fight to the death. And the fact is, if you're letting 6-year-olds do this, wrong. If
Well,
there's-
they're not fighting to the death.
Yeah,
clearly.
well, I'd like to
Not
find
yet,
out more
you
about
know.
it. But that once again is
Hunger
like
Games.
it gets attention.
Wouldn't you watch it though?
Yeah. I mean, Rob, you manipulated us there.
I did not.
I'd watch it.
I'm not watching
Conjurer.
it. And I'm
Well,
also
kids
not
have
going
hats
to.
on.
I'm not going to watch the Grammys because no one's allowed to show skin. Have you heard
true.
about this memo?
No.
CBS sent a memo to all Grammy nominees. Now, here's that memo. Okay, this is from the Columbia Broadcasting System, Mike. The Tiffany Network.
Please be sure that buttocks and female breasts are adequately covered. Thong-type costumes are problematic. Please avoid exposing bare, fleshy undercurves of the buttocks and buttock crack. Bare sides or undercurvature of the breasts, also problematic. Please avoid sheer see-through clothing that could possibly expose female breast nipples. And be sure that the genital region is adequately covered so that there is no visible puffy bare skin exposure.
Puffy
Genitals.
We had this discussion a while back when you had Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
There's the government, and then there's corporate policing of
Right.
itself. This
Right.
is corporate censorship.
Yeah, it is.
This is the corporate. This is scared lawyers
Right.
dictating policy for. I am so glad to be out of that S-hole.
I'm so glad to come in here where Mike can show his puffy regions.
Really, and really, isn't these award shows, especially an award show like the Grammys,
is all
Part of
about
the
that.
fun is to see what the costumes are. They're gonna
They've
wear.
also been told they cannot wear their charity pins. The
What?
lapel pins, they're not
Why?
allowed to wear any
Because
pin
it's CBS.
for any cause.
Because it's CBS.
Right.
Well, you're half right.
But do you think they're going to really enforce this?
Yeah, they're not going to send Jennifer Lopez.
I think that
home.
you're
I don't think now here I was talking about manufactured TV and creating controversy.
Yeah.
So who knows? It might be a total scam.
Right.
But it doesn't sound like a scam. It sounds like legitimate.
Sounds
We
like
were on the
lawyers.
we were on the receiving end of legitimate corporate directives from CBS about censorship.
That were
So I
very
know-
similar to this.
So I know
Yeah.
this is real. I've
Yeah.
seen them
Yeah.
do
Oh,
this
yeah.
before. I don't think this is a scam.
Let me cheer you up, Mike. One
All
of
right.
your favorite guys is feeling better.
Okay.
Ron Jeremy.
Oh, that's good. The
He had-
hedgehog.
He had an aneurysm. Here's Ron talking about how he's taking care of himself and how he's doing better and handled it better than John Ritter did.
You know, I believe that John Ritter died from what I had. But the difference is I went to the doctor, he didn't.
He sounds good, doesn't he?
What's the matter with
Does
him?
not sound good.
I don't know.
You know?
It's his speech
And the thing is,
effect.
this thing is curable. It's an aneurysm. It's a aortic aneurysm. I think a lot of my carelessness probably created it. Being heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Having high blood pressure.
He sounds like old Groucho.
What's wrong with his mouth?
A little slurry. I don't know why. Because it was a heart aneurysm.
But he's a clear guy to understand normally.
Normally.
He has that New York accent. He's
Maybe
like that.
maybe he's just tired and lazy.
Maybe he's out of breath.
Could be
Rob,
could be the
I don't
drugs.
think- I think maybe there's the drugs.
No, it could be.
Who knows?
Those are the main factors that cause it, It's such a valuable lesson. People have died from this and didn't have to. It's only you get chest pains or back pains, you just see a damn doctor. That's it. It's all it takes. One x-ray, boom, that's it.
And he
Sounds
knows,
old.
He knows
Yeah.
medicine.
Of course, you're going to accelerate your, life expectancy. I mean, you're going to shorten your life expectancy, I think, with that kind of behavior. He's the grossest guy in porn.
He's the grossest guy of all time.
Bar none, the grossest guy. And I remember reading an article from a porn star, or maybe it was Carmen Hart that talked about that there was an odor issue with Ron Jeremy.
Well, God, do you even need anyone to tell you? I've surmised this.
But I would think even the hairiest, nastiest looking guy in porn would maybe, clean himself up before he's going to...
Mike, this guy's not even monitoring his blood pressure. He's not going to take a bath.
Nasty.
All right, how many songs do you think have been downloaded on iTunes?
I don't care.
Guess.
All of them.
Guess. It's fun.
1 billion.
25 billion.
Wow.
Whoa.
And the 25 billionth song was downloaded in Germany this week, and the guy was rewarded.
If
with
you were
a
funny, you would say the 25th billion. What is it?
25th billion.
25th billionth song, and then you would play Kevin Meaney.
That's true. But sadly, Mike, I think we've proven on today's show I'm not funny.
You have a late night last night?
No.
Okay,
The 25
just curious.
billionth record was downloaded in Germany, and the thing that bothers me, it sucks. This guy that downloaded it, he got a $13,500 iTunes card.
Wow.
And so he can buy more songs like Monkey Drums. Isn't that horrible? That's the 25th billionth song.
I always thought that these prizes, and iTunes doesn't have to do it. They don't have to give
Right,
someone a
right.
$13,500 gift card or $10,000 gift card.
But they have all the money.
But 25 billion downloads, you think you'd have something bigger to give away?
That's right.
Yeah, you got the money for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
25 billion.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
like, and for a while it was 99 cents. Then it's $1.50, $1.25. That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. Now, Joy Behar sometimes asks the questions we all wonder about. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, hello.
They had Kris Jenner on The View. And I think you'll enjoy the questions she asked.
It's that time of year. It
Yeah,
really
it
is.
is.
Mike,
Yeah, play with
Horrible.
it. Roll with it.
Let's bring in Kris Jenner to the
Well,
View.
Kim's pregnant.
Yeah, but it involves feminine hygiene. I think you'll like this question.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I was reading that Khloe Kardashian said that her smells like roses. Is that true?
Well, you know what? I haven't smelled it lately. It's been about 28 years since
Here's the thing.
Crazy.
We generally go to break because we have advertisers. We're only praying we still have some.
Thought you'd like that. And the problem is, the question probably shouldn't have been asked, but it was answered so incorrectly.
Right.
I haven't smelled it in a while.
I think really, if they were being honest, and it's all about honesty today, it'd be closer to Gruyere cheese.
Yes, yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Roger.
Not 100 blooms down
Yeah,
there.
I think really, if you went down, like, especially since he's been hospitalized, probably there's a similarity between Khloe Kardashian and Ron Jeremy.
Maybe
and what
more
it would
than
smell
one.
like down there. Absolutely.
So-
Khloe Kardashian makes me want to puke.
We figured something out today.
Yes.
And we've also figured out that Facebook has a new application that Jimmy Kimmel had some interest in last night.
Facebook is said to be developing an app
that will track their users via the GPS in their smartphones. The app would always be running in the background on your phone to allow your Facebook friends to know exactly where you are at all times, because that's been the problem with Facebook. No one's able to let us know where they are or what they're doing. The new app is exciting because, with this feature, you can figure out where your friends are, which is great for meeting up, and it will never, ever, definitely never be used for stalking people. Never. So just to recap, a major corporation will soon know everything we like and dislike, what we look like, everyone we know, and exactly where we are at all times. I can't see how this could possibly go wrong. I give it about a year before they're just injecting Facebook into our necks.
And that, Mike, that is your magic audio vault.
Is that a legitimate?
It's true.
Yeah, it's a true app.
You can turn it off, or you could not use it.
Don't get it.
Oh, so it's really,
Yeah, but
it's not something that would automatically I mean, for us, I would have been, hi, I saw you were here.
But you know what?
What a loser would do that?
But the vast majority of people won't turn it off.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be lazy and they're going to forget. It's just going to be there.
Or
Facebook wins again.
They'll install it and they'll forget they have it.
And if you have it, it goes in both directions, right?
Yeah.
So if you have it, the people that have it turned on,
you can track if
there are a lot of losers.
You can
that are out there
stalk
that'll
your
do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
Hi, Jessica Walters.
We'll take a break, come back with Buzz and News. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Ladies and gentlemen, on the bonus hour this week, we have not done this in a long time, and because it's February, or we like to call the doldrums, we're going to depart from our standard program and give you one of our fabulous games from months gone by.
Yay.
And what do we call this one, Rob?
Mike, it's called Who Am I?
Who Am I? That's where we stick the celebrity's name on our forehead.
You are assigned a celebrity that you do not know, but everyone can see who it is.
Yeah.
And you have to figure out who you are by asking yes or no questions.
And they're only yes or no questions?
Exactly.
And much arguing ensues.
Of course.
And Rob tries to win, and it should be interesting.
Yeah.
So it's Who Am I on tomorrow's bonus hour on the Mike O'Mara Show. You can get all that information on how to subscribe to our bonus content, and not only do you get bonus hours, you get videos, you get access to special things. It's wonderful. All found at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
You get to know where we are at all times.
Absolutely. Now, without further ado, let's get right to the news. And Buzz Burbank, take it away, Buzz.
Thank you, Michael. We're brought to you today by Quenched for Knowledge. Join Rob, Mark, and their lovely assistant Diana tonight.
Tonight, Mike.
In Rockville, Maryland, for America's favorite trivia game, Quench for Knowledge.
5 big ways to win big.
Are you going to be standing tonight?
Yes, and there's some really cool categories I wrote last night. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's Quench for Knowledge tonight at a wonderful bar, Michael Holstein's Joint Quench.
Bar!
Yeah, be sure and check out these signature cocktails and cuisine. That makes Quench your best destination anytime. Tonight's fun is absolutely free. Bring some friends. I may join you this evening.
Yeah. I love that,
Starts at 8:30 this evening at Quench, 9712 Treville Gateway Drive in Rockville. To find out more, just visit quenchnation.com.
And by join us, you mean escape.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Of course. You should bring your wife.
I'll think about that.
Oh, well.
Briefly.
How'd that go?
One of the
Oscar and I are going to the auto show today.
I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
maybe we'll come out after the auto show.
That'd be
I'm
cool.
going to count on it.
I tell you, if we come out after the auto shows, the day has gone totally wrong.
That's right. You're coming in swinging a sword.
Totally right.
Or
It's a
totally
long
right.
drive.
Yeah.
One of the surest signs the economy's improving may be wrapped around your junk. Fashion experts say there has been a rise in men's underwear sales.
Hey.
But not just tidy whities. Bright colors are flying off the shelves like iPhones, which fashion watchers say means men's underpants are no longer just a necessity. They can also be a luxury item.
I like bright-colored underwear. I wear bright-colored underwear, and I wear
Like
it because...
yellows?
No, just patterns.
TMI.
I wear too much information. I wear bright-colored underwear, boxer shorts. I'm bored with my regular
Exactly.
colors. Now, the only time I don't do that in the summertime when I'm wearing like tropical weight khakis and shorts.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you will see the pattern of
It'll bleed through the fabric.
Like right now, today I'm wearing a lovely red tartan pattern.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Is it the O'Mara tartan?
Well, you'll see down in
These-
Florida.
Of course I will.
These colors don't run.
Yeah,
All sorts of new outfits.
I don't
planned.
like bright colors, just mesh.
That's gross. Ron Jeremy balls.
We're stopping there. Good night, everybody. About these higher gas prices, experts say these higher gas prices will not last, but the price per gallon has jumped 17 cents in the last week.
Such a-holes.
Nearly
I swear
a
to
quarter.
God. But I looked at that
month.
boycott day you want to do. I hate it when the oil companies
The oil industry groundhog apparently saw its shadow because it's an early spring for higher gas prices. Experts say on average this year, however, prices should be less expensive for fuel than they were last year.
All I know,
So we hope.
This is a little message from Mike to the oil companies.
Yes.
By the first week in March, we want those prices to be low.
Low.
Gotcha.
Big road trip coming up with big, fat, gas-guzzling SUVs.
Bargain basement prices, Mike.
We're taking 2 or 3 cars down.
I think the plan
we
is
should
2.
do 2, yeah.
right?
All right.
Two huge ones.
And one will tow the other, so we only have to run one engine.
Wish we had an RV.
Yeah, me too.
No,
So we could all play in the
Do you
RV.
remember the way you were at the end of the last RV trip? You don't wish we had an RV.
Yeah, you're right.
We all smell like Ron Jeremy at that
There was
point.
one point on the first
especially
part.
But is it going to be any better with an SUV with all these stinky guys?
No.
I remember the first part of
I
the
mean, really, I'm not going to be in the car the whole time with Johnny Farts a lot.
At the
Oh,
beginning,
thanks.
at the beginning of the RV trip, you were thinking about buying an RV. That thought was dead on the way home.
Yeah. It's like they're made out of plywood.
I said, "Look at this one, Rob. It's from 1950."
Bucket of bolts.
Saying nobody should work a 40-hour week and live in poverty, Illinois' governors proposed raising that state's minimum wage to $10 an hour over the next 4 years, which would make it the highest minimum in the nation. The Illinois minimum now $8.25 an hour. Governor Pat Quinn says the only way to get taxes out of a citizen is to pay them a living wage, a principle he says is as old as the Bible.
I don't care for his name,
What?
Pat Quinn.
Pat, why? It's a good Irish name.
No, it's one syllable. Hi, I'm Pat Quinn.
Pat Quinn.
Pat Quinn.
Okay.
Patrick Quinn
Matt
would
Bloom.
be better.
Whatever.
When Chris Christie, I know you like that name, when he spoke at the Republicans' biggest annual fundraiser, it generated $10 million for the party. This year's speaker will be union-busting Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker. The money raised will go into the party's campaign war chest for electing and re-electing Republicans to the House. Rising Republican star Marco Rubio will deliver the Republican response to the President's State of the Union speech.
This is so good.
He's Spanish.
But his name sounds Italian.
Marco Rubio.
Hey.
I'd like to say, all of you Republicans, we rebrand ourselves, and we're coming to you pretending that we're not something we're not. You know,
Where does Rubio sound Italian?
in Rob's mind?
I mean, you have to be lily white to think Rubio sounds Italian.
It does.
It does.
Ends
now.
with a
Ends in a vowel.
Ends with a
Oh, my
vowel,
God,
right?
no.
You don't know the rules.
You know, all you hear about
And Marco, too.
with the Republican Party is we have to rebrand ourselves.
Right.
We have to. You're not hearing anything coming out of the Republican Party. This is part of their problem. You're not hearing anything coming out of that party about what are we going to do to make the country better.
Right.
You don't hear that anymore. You hear we've got to change our strategy
Change our
to
words.
appeal to this group so we can get
Immigration,
elected.
baby.
Well, Mike, they've got a warehouse full of ideas they need to sell.
Yeah.
It's not about changing the ideas; it's about selling the ideas.
and I don't think that's the right way to go.
Well,
Of course not.
Being Latino, Rubio comes along at a good time for the party that saw 70% of the Latino go to Obama back in November. Rubio was elected as a Florida senator thanks to support from the Tea Party. Republicans in Arizona are not helping the cause by, again, pushing English-only state documents, even though it may violate the Federal Civil Rights Act. In Connecticut, where folks are still reeling from the massacre of 20 children and 6 adults, a woman pulled a gun on another in a Chuck E. Cheese. Employers were able to separate the mothers until police arrived to take the gun-toting woman away. President Obama knows it's nearly impossible to get his proposed assault weapon ban through Congress, but he won't let that stop him. He wants to force Congress to vote anyway. Some say it's the power of the NRA that keeps military-style weapons on the streets, but the power of the NRA is slipping. A new poll shows that an NRA endorsement this year could do more harm than good. The survey shows 39% of us would be less likely to vote for a candidate with an NRA endorsement, while only 26% would be more likely to vote for that candidate. Nearly a third say we would disregard the NRA's recommendation and choose our candidates based on other issues. 53% of those surveyed say they support stricter gun laws, with only 39% opposed. And that sentiment's not faded in the month or so since Newtown. 51% of us support that assault weapons ban.
I will be voting for only candidates that are endorsed by the Dukes of Association.
That'll be great.
NRA approved.
NRA approved. Big time.
It's the Duke's party.
AR-15 approved.
Americans also support letting gays join the Boy Scouts. A new Quinnipiac poll shows 55% of us favor a policy change with only 33 against. That's all the BSA needed to hear to put off its decision for another month or so due to the complexity of the issue.
Wow.
Finally,
They should get a merit badge in
It
procrastination.
is a little complicated.
It
As
is?
a parent, it's a little
Yeah,
complicated.
I understand. Well, but
I think of myself as a live and let live kind of guy.
But there's a
it's
whole
just-
separate but equal thing going on here too. So you wouldn't have to. It doesn't mean your kid has to go to a troop with gay.
Has anybody
scouts.
watched the documentary Mea Maxima Culpa? The documentary on priest pedophiles in the Catholic Church?
Missed it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
But that'll put you in a good mood, especially if you're a Catholic like I was. A fallen Catholic like I was. Really put me in a great mood right before I went to sleep.
Finally, emergency rooms around the country say they've seen a rash of pubic injuries as more men and women try to remove the hair down there. Rashes, cuts, chemical burns, and other injuries are reported on the upswing from scissors, razors, hot wax, and depilatories. Surveys show about 8 out of 10 women do at least some pubic hair removal. For men, it's 7 in 10. The average age of an injury victim now 31.
Wow.
Let's be careful down there.
Ew.
I'm Buzz Burbank on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Thank you, Buzz.
You bet.
Thank you all. Don't forget, Quench for Knowledge tonight out
Come on
in
out tonight.
Rockville. Come out and see Mark and Rob and have a great time with them with trivia. Should be a good night out there. What time does it all start tomorrow?
8:30, but
Tonight.
get there early and have a drink and have something to eat.
Our show today was brought to you by Warby Parker. Stop paying iPhone prices for prescription eyeglasses. How does $95 sound for glasses, okay? Try to get that if you walk into one of those crappy other stores.
Yeah.
Try that right now. Every pair complete with anti-glare, anti-reflection coatings, and polycarbonate lenses at no extra cost. Details at warbyparker.com, and you get even faster free shipping. So go to Warby Parker. We'll be back with another brand new show tomorrow. So long, everybody.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.